So it is Straight Tarot Tuesday, and we are doing nothing but tarot today. I can't remember what cards I used last week, which is kind of strange. I usually remember what we do from week to week. All I know is we've had some very powerful cards come into play, some very powerful messages for like the past week, probably even more. But yeah, we've I will say this. Tried to be positive yesterday and ended up having a very rough day at work. Came home to, yeah, well, if you're on my Twitter, you saw it. I'm calling out the Postal Service for that misdeed. So far, no response. You gotta love government agencies, huh? Yeah, anyway. So I hope you're enjoying the new music. I hope you're hope you're checking out Darkrune's Bandcamp. I was listening to the cassette on the way to and from work last night. It's great music. There we go. So, for those of you brand new to the channel, this is what I do. This is what this channel is mostly centered around. In fact, it was all this channel was centered around for a while. And we're not letting it go. We're keeping it. We're going to keep doing tarot. We're going to keep doing oracles. We're going to keep doing runes. As a matter of fact, tomorrow is Rune Casting Wednesday. This Saturday, live stream. Me and Moots again, hopefully. I got to talk to her about that. I just found out what my schedule's looking like. So this Saturday morning, we will be doing it again. Again, let me explain how this is going to go. Over at the Tribe of the Greyhorn Pagans Coffee or Ko-Fi, however you pronounce it, page. If you donate, you throw a little tip. I'll give you 3 cards. You can do tarot, you can do oracles, or you can do runes, or a mix of all 3. That'll answer any question you got. If you subscribe to our Patreon, I give you 6, and the added bonus is if you stay for an entire month, and we do have different tiers. If you stay for an entire month, I'll give you 1 reading in private and a birthday reading. So, we will be doing it again this Saturday. I will start getting the promo and everything ready 11:15 a.m. So after I fed this little snotball here, who has been bugging me all morning and not letting me sleep a wink last night because he decided he was going to have a spaz attack as though he did a lot of meth. I don't know why. Now, let's go ahead and get into it. That way you can go about your day. Okay? Starting with you as always. Got a nice little 7 of Swords here. So you're kind of feeling like somebody's walking away with something of yours. Kind of feeling like there's something not being told to you, right? Like somebody's got some information that they haven't let you in on. A little bit of stealth going on. Right? Kind of feeling like that. Boy, don't I know. And in the realm of swords, that's going to be that little bit of paranoia. That little bit of paranoia. You know. Well, let me put it to you this way. You're kind of caught in a bit of a tricky situation here, so you're going to have to get real smart. You're going to have to go under the radar. Now, dishonesty may be, I'm looking at some dishonesty at play, yours or someone else's. If you're being dishonest, it will eventually be revealed. If someone else is being dishonest, which I'm really getting that vibe, it's going to be revealed. But you're going to have to be super smart about it. Understand? It can't go on. It won't go on. And the sooner you can reveal it, the better. Let's look at the mind. I've got a 6 of coins in reverse. I got justice in reverse. And I got a 9 of swords in reverse. Holy smokes. Shit, that's a lot of reversals. 6 of coins in reverse. 6 of coins. This is one of those cards where I know it's similar to the 7 of coins. This is where there's no generosity here. Whatever gains have been made, they are being taken. And the thought is, it's almost like Bilbo with the ring. Why shouldn't I keep it? Right? And if you're thinking that's not fair, you're right. That's really all I have to say on that card. But you're not thinking it through completely. Whatever this has not been thought through very well. If you don't think things through, sometimes they lead to some very, very bad decisions. And as a matter of fact, your worry is about to be completely vanquished, but you will have mental peace here. As that 9 of swords, that's what's keeping you up at night. But it's not going to be that way forever. And that's why it's in reverse, because it's telling you that. Kind of going back to that 6 for just a moment. I can tell you this much right now. You're kind of... Actually, let's move backwards through it, because whatever's keeping you up at night's not going to do it for long. That Justice card in reverse. No good deed's going to go unpunished. If you don't exercise some objectivity, a lot of your decisions are going to be faulty. And it looks like so far this is a colossal warning. I do hope that none of you watching this have been dishonest in some way, because it's going to come back and it's going to bite you in the ass. And let me tell you something, going back to that 6 for just a moment. If you lack the ability to share, that can hurt you. If none of this is you, then something's being withheld from you, and the ability to make ends meet is not working. But that lack of objectivity, that's going to lead to some very bad decision making. So if it's not you, the outcome of this is don't worry. You know, those worries are going to go away. They're going to be vanquished. You will have peace of mind at some point. Again, you're going to have to use a little cunning to get over all this. Here we go again. We do have some, we're kind of leaving the reversals now. The Empress in reverse. Not exactly some nurturing energy here, right? You're definitely not feeling that. And if you're feeling a little stuck, it's because you haven't really been able to learn anything. You haven't been able to grow. And how can you? here's the thing, if you're ignoring self-care as well, that's not going to help. You've got to be able to take care of yourself. And ignoring that is dangerous, very dangerous. Now, when we talk about self-care, we're talking about getting a little quiet time in the day. We're talking about eating healthy. We're talking about, staying away from a lot of the bad stuff, or at least reducing it. A lot of the stuff that's putting stress on you, if it can be avoided, it should. Really take time to just get a little me time in there. Also, don't smother someone else. If you're going to entrust someone with something, entrust them with it and let them go. Let them do their thing, okay? Got a King of Cups here, or King of Coins, I should say. King of Coins. Now, having that mastery over the material, that's a great thing. Look at him, he's sitting back. He's not worried, is he? And with the king taking center stage, which I'm pretty sure happened last time, this is an indication that now is not the time to let go of the finances or let go of responsibility. You're going to have to remain that way. I know from personal experience, we've all had that feeling, hey, why does everybody else get to be fucked up and I'm the one that has to be the responsible one? Like, how the hell did that wind up being me? I've thought that a lot. I know some of you out there have, and it's a very common thing. It just happens because we're kind of feeling isolated. No one else is being held up to the standard except us, right? Just because they're screwed up does not mean you have to be. And I can tell you this much right now. If it's a really, really terrible thing, you're going to have to do something about it. And don't let up. You may have to be you're probably going to have to be the one to bring people up to speed. That's a thing. That's a thing sometimes we have to do. And if they start getting resistant to it, maybe it's time to go up, up the ladder a little bit, see what you can get done. Well, we got a Page of Cups here. It's important to keep in touch with that which makes us feel young. Because that's what this is about. This is good news coming our way. But we have to maintain. When you start getting to the point where you're feeling old, time to get back in touch with that. Okay? And spiritually speaking, got a Queen of Swords in reverse. I've got a Hanged Man here. And I've got the Six of Wands in reverse. Queen of Swords in reverse, you are not putting your bozo filter on. You're not employing some critical thinking here. Spiritually speaking, there are days where your intuition is working for you. You can really tune in, you can turn on, and then there are days like today where you're not. And if you're not thinking about things when someone presents it to you, if you're not asking those pertinent questions, guess what? It's going to fall apart. Because you're going to fall for someone else's deception. You don't want that. The Hangman, this is about finding that peace of mind. You're going to have to seek your spiritual center here. And even though things aren't fair for you right now, and I hope, like I said, I hope it's not you doing this. If it is, it's time to come clean. Because now's the time. You admit your mistake. You admit that misstep. Guess what? People are more apt to forgive. You might find some surprising places where they will. But if you got caught and then you want to come clean, it's a much harder place. Right? The Six of Wands in reverse, you are not sitting in the winner's circle. especially if you were the one being in duplicity. Right now, I can tell you this much. This is a warning to really watch yourself, because the outcomes of duplicity are not good. And if you're caught up in it, it's time to expose it. If you're the one being duplicitous, now is the time to talk about it. Now is the time to take those you may have wronged aside and say, look, okay, here's something. I made a really bad judgment call. That's what this is. It looks like a moment of terrible judgment. But here's the thing. Wisdom, it comes from experience. And experience comes from moments of poor judgment. Don't be the duplicitous one today. It's not going to work out. Your benefits are going to be very short-lived. In any case, again, special thanks to Darkrune for the music. I thoroughly enjoy it. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with everyone else. That's going to be the absolute best policy for you today. And if you find yourself the subject of this duplicitous nature of someone else, do everything you can in the background to expose it. Remain undetected. Just remember, I love you all. I want you to take care of yourselves and each other. Always do what lights you up. And as always, shine on.